Okay, let's talk about how the autopots save me time and money. And if you don't know, I run a few different sizes of autopots. I have their 6.6 gallon plastic pots. These are the 5-gallon geopots, they're fabric pots. And then I have their smaller 3.9 gallon pot. So how much time and money does it save me compared to regular gardening? Let's start off. If you're growing in, let's say, a fabric pot, or let's just say a fabric pot. I don't know what you mean by traditional gardening, if you're meaning outside in the ground, because that way is usually obviously always cheaper. Growing indoor is always going to cost more. So let's say you're growing in a fabric pot, like I was saying, you have to water that. If it's a 5-gallon pot, you're usually watering what, every 2-3 days, usually 2 days, which is like 6 times a week. So 6 times a week, I'm coming down here for half an hour to an hour to water them all in. And it takes time to hand water them. For one, you have to make the batch of nutrients, but then you got to go around and you have to water the plants. So you're probably still down here for an hour. While me, on the other hand, with the autopots, I only need to come down here about once a week because they have reservoirs. Each of these reservoirs hold 12 point something gallons, but they also make up to 25-gallon fabric pots, or not fabric pots. They also make 25-gallon soft-bodied reservoir also. So these end up being perfect if you want to go on vacation or something like that. If you're going to be gone or away for a week, or sometimes maybe even more for who knows, this is going to keep your plants perfectly, and I mean perfectly, watered. In the bottom of the pot, you have these aqua valves over here. This is what waters your plant. Your plant is going to soak up this water. That's going to be full. The bottom of the tray is going to be full. It's going to soak up the water. It's going to empty before it refills, giving it a little bit of a dry cycle. And it just keeps it, like if your plant is hungry, it just takes it. If it's hungry, it just takes it, kind of like hydro over here. It doesn't run on electric or anything like that. It's just gravity fed, so you don't use any power. According to Autopot, you can save about 50% of your water consumption from using Autopots. For one, if you're hand watering it in a fabric pot, you're watering till you get runoff through the bottom, so you're just throwing some of that runoff away every single time. And then even with that same part, if you're watering outside, you have to probably water even more. Like, I became extremely lazy on this grow for the most part. Like, I've been doing what I need to. They have the plants growing fairly decent. I think so anyway. They should be pretty good. But I haven't been in this tent for a couple weeks. And like I said, I've only been filling up these autopots maybe every 3 to 6 days or so. It just depends on how much I'm putting into it and how much the plants are drinking. Even if I'm coming downstairs every 4 days instead of every 2 days, that's already half the time. With the autopot system, you can grow in cocoa coir, you can grow in soil, you can even, I do believe, be in the clay pebbles. But if you're using 50% less water, that also means you're using 50% less nutrients, just not letting any of it go to waste. But even if I wasn't saving time, just knowing that my plants are getting just the right amount makes a difference for me anyway. If you want to check out Autopots and use my discount code, I have a link up in my bio, or I'm going to put one in the description.